In this video, you're going to see how to log into your DMS MyLabsPlus class and navigate around the pages in the course. I recommend that you use Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox as your internet browser when logging into MyLabsPlus. Internet Explorer can also be used, but it does not seem to work as well with the MyLabsPlus as Chrome or Firefox does. You're going to log into your Canvas class, click on the Step 4 link, scroll to the bottom of the page, click on this Use Single Login link, then click on the Load Use a Single Login link to go directly to the MyLabsPlus software. Once you click on this link, you will be automatically redirected to your MyLabsPlus course. If you're a new student to MyLabsPlus, and the first screen that's going to pop up is an End User License Agreement and Privacy Policy. Click on I Accept. Then you will go down to the product selection. You can either enter in an access code, buy the access code now using a major credit card, or you can use the Pay Later option and get a 14-day free trial to use the software. Then after 14 days, you're going to have to actually buy the code. Once you do that, click one of these options and you're going to get to the Confirmations and Summaries page. Click on the Return to Course to enter the DMS MyLabsPlus course homepage, which is the dashboard page. The dashboard page is where all the announcements for the course will be posted. Make sure that you click on the All Assignments or All Announcements. Read before you begin your Developmental Math DMS course announcement. You will start the course by clicking on the Getting Started button in the upper left of the page to begin. Then follow the directions and the steps on this page to set up your computer to use the MyLabsPlus software, complete an orientation assignment, and then begin the assignments in your first required DMA course. Make sure you read the directions carefully and follow the steps to get started on the course for the work. Click on the Step 1, Run the Browser Check. You will just need to make sure that you have Adobe Flash and Adobe Reader installed on your computer. If you have some version of either one of these, that's fine. It doesn't have to be the latest one. But if you have both of them, then just click Close. Then you come down here and click on the Step 2, Orientation Assignment. Then you will click on the MML orientation link to open the assignment. It has a video labeled How to Enter Answers that explains how to navigate around in an assignment and enter answers that have special characters or symbols. Click on this link to open up the different sections of the video. Start at the very top. This will automatically play for you. Make sure you pay close attention to anything that you need to pay attention to. Make sure you fully watch the whole video and don't skip any parts. You may need to completely watch this video before the questions will become available. So once you have done this, and you will click Close, and your questions will open. The questions in the assignment must be completed with a score of 100% before you'll be able to move on to your DMA work. Click on the first question, open it. Then answer all 7 questions correctly. You must have a 100% score on this assignment before you'll be able to begin your work in your first module. If you miss a question, then just go back and you'll be able to redo it until you get it correct. Once you've answered all 7 questions and got a green check beside of each one of them, then you have a 100% score, and you will click OK. Then you will click your back button on your browser, or you can just close out your browser to get back to the Getting Started page. Make sure you read the Step 3 instructions as noted on the Getting Started page. Once you've completed the above orientation assignment, click the DMA tab to the left that corresponds to where your instructor told you to start. The instructor will send this information to you in an email to your SEC student Gmail account or to your Canvas inbox on the first day of class. Check both accounts before you email the instructor. Log into your student Gmail account to view the information about your required modules. Click on the email link at the top of the Stanley web page, then go down and log in as a student, using your username and password like you used to log into Canvas. Once you have logged in, then you need to look for an email from the Developmental Math or your instructor with a subject line of Imported Developmental Math Information. It will be sent on the day before classes start or on the first day of class. Once you find the email, read all the information provided. Then note which DMA module you're to start with and the password for the placement test for that module. If you do not have an email in your student Gmail account, then check your Canvas inbox for this information. Once you've checked your school email address, for this information or your Canvas email, then you're ready to start your course. Click on the DMA button on the left side of the MyLabsPlus page for the module you are to start with. This will bring up the page for the DMA module, the home page, which you are to start with. I'm going to click on the DMA 10 button and use this module for the rest of the video. You may have to click on a different one. Just follow the video instructions and just substitute your DMA module for whichever module you've got to start on. Each of the DMA modules pages are set up the same way, but with different module assignments. At the top of the DMA module page will be a title of the module and a short description of the module. Then there will be a link to the student learning outcomes. Click on the link to view and read the competencies and learning outcomes for the module. Then close the browser window to get back to the DMA module homepage. The next item on the page is a link to the online e-textbook for the DMA course. You can the module. You can also access the online e-textbook where you're working the section homework assignments for the module. Most students will wait to access the online e-textbook until they can start working on this homework assignments for a section. Then they will only see the part of the module that pertains to the section they're working on. The last item on the page is where you will spend most of your time working in the module. You will click on the View the Lecture Videos and Assignments for MyDMA 010 link. Whenever you want to watch a section video, take a placement test, work on homework assignments, take a test, take a quiz for the module, and you will click on this link. Before you click on the link for View the Lecture Videos and Assignments, you will need to read all the steps noted under the link. Then you will give you step-by-step instructions on how to proceed and complete the assignments, quizzes, and review in order for the module. Make sure you read the course policies information in your course syllabus about how the class works. Then you will know what you need to do every step of the way to complete the modules. Once you have read the steps, then click on the View the Lecture Videos and Assignments for DMA 10 link. This will take you to the homework and test page for the DMA 10 module you are to complete. You may have to disable your pop-up blockers for your browser for the videos and assignments list to show correctly. In Google Chrome, you just click on this button, Always Allow, Done, and then you're fine. If the screen does not look like the screen shown in this video, then you will need to check to make sure you're using Chrome or Foxfire as your browser. You may also have to clear out your browser history and disable your pop-up blockers for the screen to show correctly. You only want to see the assignments for your one module at a time, so do not change any of the settings at the top of the page. If you do, you may see assignments for the other modules and get confused on what you need to do. If you accidentally change the settings, then just click back on the DMA 010 button on the left side of the MyLabsPlus screen to start over. Then go back into the homework and test page. To make sure you're seeing all the required assignments for a module, check in the middle for Show All to be selected in the last box. If it does not, click on the Show All button and you'll see all the assignments for this one particular module. In DMA 10, you will see we have 23 different assignments. You will start at the top and go down to the bottom, which is the final test for the module. Each module has a different number of required assignments, so you need to view only the one module you're working on at a time. The first assignment on the list will be the MML orientation assignment that you completed in Step 2 on the Getting Started button. To see the score, which should have to be 100%, it does not show 100%, so I'm not finished with this assignment, so I will not be able to complete it. You must redo any questions until you get to the 100% score. Once you get 100% on this orientation assignment, then your next assignment will be the Module 1 placement test. The only module that has another assignment in between here is DMA 40, so you have to do that assignment before you can begin the placement test for the DMA 40. But in DMA 10, we can go straight to the Module 1 placement test. You will click on the Module 1 placement test and it will open. It requires a password to take the placement test. The password was sent to you in the email with your first required DMA module, as mentioned earlier in the video. Once you enter in your password and then click submit, it will open up your placement test. The placement test is a 60-minute time limit, and the score on the placement test does not matter. The placement test will customize your homework assignments for the course based on the material for which you need remediation. Once you complete and submit the placement test for grading, you're ready to start on the assignments for the module. Once you have completed and submitted the placement test for grading, you're ready to start on the assignments for the module. Do not be afraid that you see scores down here in certain sections. Based on your score on the placement test, it gave you credit for certain questions out of each one of these assignments. You'll click on the next assignment in the list, which will be the video for the first section in your module. In each of the video assignments, there may be multiple links. There will be a link to the online textbook first, then a link to the SEC instructor videos, and then a link to the online e-textbook instructor videos. If you do not have your LeapLog workbook, then I recommend you open this link to the textbook and read the information on the sections in the online e-textbook. The online e-textbook is like a regular math textbook. You will read all the instructions. It has a few practice problems for you to practice on. Then it has some homework problems down at the bottom. These are not the exercise that we're going to be doing in the class. So once you read the information, just close out the browser and then go on and watch the SEC instructor videos or the ones done by the authored textbook. You do not have to watch both sets. Just pick whichever one that you learn from the best. Once you get this assignment done, click OK. For some sections, there may be other links to other websites to help you understand the material in the sections. You will have to determine if you need to open these links. Some of these links are old and may not be valid anymore, so you can skip these links. After you've watched the videos and reviewed the online e-textbook or the LeapLog workbook, then you're ready to start the homework assignment for that sections. Some students watch the videos first, then work in the LeapLog workbook or the online e-textbook, while others go work in the online textbook or the LeapLog workbook and then watch the videos. You have to pick whichever way works best for you. Now once we're back and have watched the videos, we're ready to actually go in and start the homework for the first section. To begin the homework for the first section homework assignment, click on that link to the HW assignment. This will open the Due Homeworks page for that particular section. Click on the question 1 in the list and it will open the assignment. If the question has a green check mark beside of it, then you receive credit from the question from the placement test, and you can skip these questions and go to the first one without the green check mark. Answer the questions in order until you get the required 85% score to advance to the next assignment. You will need to attempt all questions in an assignment. If you keep working a missed problem until you get it right, then you can actually work each homework assignment until you get a 100% score if you choose. If you finish working all the questions in a section, then click Save, and it will take you back to the Due Homework page. If you are finished with this assignment, then click the OK. In the bottom left of the screen, it will take you back to the Homework and Test page. If the Homework and Test page comes up showing you the assignments on the wrong module, then click back on the DMA 10 button. On the left of the page, go back to the DMA 010 page. Then start on the next section in your module, which will be the section 1.3. Work on the assignments one after another as noted in the list, and you have completed everything up to the final test for the module. You can review any assignment, quiz, test in the module by clicking on the Gradebook button in the upper left-hand section of the DMS course page. Then click on the Review link beside the assignment you wish to review. You may have to disable your pop-up blockers for the assignment to open to be reviewed. You need to contact your instructor when you're ready to take the final test for your module. If you will follow the instructions noted in the course syllabus and are noted in the video above the DMA module page, you should be able to navigate around inside MyLabsPlus without any problems. If you have any questions on the material in the module, email your instructor through the Canvas inbox system. Good luck on your modules.